Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. The security forces claim to have killed at least 34 militants in intelligence-based operations across Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan. The military said 26 fighters linked to Fitna Al Khwarij were killed in multiple engagements in North Waziristan, Lakki Marwat and Bannu, including an infiltration attempt along the Pak-Afghan border. 8 more militants were killed in an operation in Zhob district of Balochistan. Weapons were recovered and clearance operations are continuing, as authorities say the campaign under Azm-e-Is-the-kaam will proceed at full pace. US President Donald Trump has boasted in his State of the Union address that he had ushered in the golden age of America, seeking to project an aura of success despite sagging approval ratings and deepening voter frustration ahead of November's midterm election. Trump spent the first hour of his televised speech focused on the economy, saying he had slowed inflation, driven the stock market to record heights, signed sweeping tax cuts, and lowered drug prices. The 79-year-old's speech lasted approximately an hour and 47 minutes, breaking the record he set last year for the longest presidential address to Congress. Trump also briefly laid out his case for a possible attack on Iran in his State of the Union speech to Congress, saying he would not allow the world's biggest sponsor of terrorism to have a nuclear weapon. In his speech, Trump pointed to Tehran's support for militant groups, its killing of protesters, and the country's missile and nuclear programs as threats to the region and the United States. He accused Iran of restarting its nuclear program, working to build missiles that he alleged would soon be capable of reaching the United States. Meanwhile, Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian says he sees a good chance of progress as Tehran heads into a third round of nuclear talks with the United States in Geneva. Iran's delegation, led by Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, is expected to meet US envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. President Trump has said Tehran has about 10 to 15 days to reach a deal. The talks come as Washington boosts its military presence in the Middle East, with Iran warning it would strike US bases if attacked. Tehran says a deal is within reach if diplomacy is prioritized. Russian investigators say that 7 people have been killed and at least 10 wounded in a Ukrainian drone attack on a chemical plant in western Russia. The State Investigative Committee described the attack in Smolensk region as an act of terrorism by the Ukrainian military and said it would seek to identify those responsible. Both sides in the 4-year-old war have staged frequent cross-border attacks on energy, industrial, and military facilities. A Turkish F-16 fighter jet has crashed shortly after takeoff in western Balıkesir province, killing its pilot. Turkish authorities confirmed that the aircraft lost radio contact and tracking information minutes after departure, prompting an immediate search and rescue operation. According to a statement by Turkey's National Defense Ministry, the F-16 took off from the 9th Main Jet Base Command in Balıkesir. Shortly after departure, radio contact and tracking data were lost. The ministry said the wreckage was later located following a rapid search and rescue effort. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz and Chinese Premier Li Qiang said in Beijing that China and Germany want to deepen cooperation as Merz began a visit aimed at resetting ties amid a widening trade imbalance. Merz told Li that Germany attached great importance on maintaining and deepening its extensive economic exchanges with China, its largest trading partner last year, while emphasizing the need for fair cooperation and open communication. Li called on both sides to work together to safeguard multilateralism and free trade. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reached Israel for a 2-day visit that both countries have cast as a chance to deepen relations as regional concerns mount over the risk of military conflict between the United States and Iran. An Israeli government official said the visit would pave the way for new partnerships and collaborations across many fields. A foreign ministry official said bilateral ties were on the cusp of a significant upgrade. At least 30 people have died after heavy rains hit Brazil's southeastern state of Minas Gerais, while 39 people were missing. The state fire department confirmed the deaths happened in the cities of Juiz de Fora and Uba, about 110 kilometers apart. About 440 people have been displaced in Juiz de Fora as the rain triggered flooding and landslides and forced the suspension of classes in municipal schools. President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva offered his condolences in a post on X. Bill Gates took responsibility for his actions over ties to late financier and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein in a town hall meeting with employees of the Gates Foundation. These comments by a spokesperson for the philanthropic group in a written statement came in response to a Wall Street Journal report which said that Gates had apologized to staff during the town hall over his ties with Epstein. According to the report, Gates told staff that it was a huge mistake to spend time with Epstein and bring Gates Foundation executives into meetings with the sex offender. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.